Breaking news, guys. We have a vaccine candidate that is showing first positive results, guys. So this is the news that just break and just a couple of minutes ago, and you hear it here first. It's unbelievable. It's showing us the markets are going very, very high. The company behind this is Moderna, and they just offered us a glimpse. What is a huge hope for the global markets, guys? And it's unbelievable, guys. It's unbelievable. It's something that is really, really positive. So actually, what it says is that Moderna is a company that is doing vaccines. Okay, it's a multi-billion-dollar company, and actually they are developing a few candidates as a vaccine. And now they just released some early data of phase 1. So there's phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. In phase 1, they are testing it on some couple of people, and they had really great results. So they are injecting basically mRNA, which is the messenger kind of I don't know even how you call it. So it's like producing the antibodies. It's giving you the instructions, the blueprint to make antibodies, to tell your body to make the antibodies. And in all the prospects who got this vaccine developed antibodies like seen in the current people who went over the illness already and went positive, right? So who catch the virus and then went positive back on, those have the antibodies, and those people who got the vaccine showing also antibodies, which is so positive, guys. This is really breaking news. This is the company, it's called Moderna. They just increased pre-market 25%. Look at those gains since about January, where the stock was still somewhere just over $10, and now they are over $83, an 8-time increase in value for this company. It's absolutely insane. That's what we are looking for, and it's really, really positive. This is something that the whole world is actually watching. And what does it mean concrete? This helps obviously the futures of the market. The market were about a little bit about positive. Now they are heavily 2% or more positive today. Let's see how long will this take. However, that's obviously a very, very good sign for us here. And also all of it goes up, okay? S&P futures, Dow futures, Nasdaq futures, Russell 2000 futures, crude oil futures. We are all up, guys, from the whole range of markets. And last but not least, it's also very important to watch what's coming up. So there was just the interview on CNBC with the CEO, and they said that they obviously, this is a very first phase where they tried this vaccine. They didn't had any much of an let's say side effects, though there were some people showing a fever, which was normal because they got a little bit of higher dosage, and this was seen that then companies or a very experienced company like Moderna, he said also, this is a usual sign that the body is fighting against it, right? Against something out there. But it's nothing that, we had a little bit of reddish feeling for some people, reddish sign here on the arm, which was all great. So no big side effects as well. So which is also great. The next trial will be most probably in July, where they will test those vaccines on about 600 people, and then they think that towards 2021 they will have, or they can produce 1 billion pieces of these vaccines. Now, I think this will be the question, guys, how this will work out, because until 2021, it's still more than half a year to that year, right? So I don't know what is the game plan on that, because on the one side we having economy that falling down, right, and people are getting withhold from the economy, so to say, because they are scared to go out, they are scared to consume. So I think until, and this is also what Federal Reserve President Jerome Powell said yesterday, we will not have a real recovery before we don't have the vaccine. So this is a very important step, guys, for the overall movement. Now, if you are asking me if I would invest into the company of Moderna, now, I'm not such a big fan to jump the overall markets once this news is out, because, obviously this is very positive, right? This is very positive out there, but it can be short-lived sometimes, okay? It can be used for some people to just take profit, especially because it's such early stage for Moderna. It's still a couple of months of researching, it's testing. We don't know how it will be seen when they are in phase 3, which will be also with placebo effect. So this will be very important. And the long-term effects, we don't know what this will bring, right? So there's actually a couple of really interesting things to watch for this company in the next couple of weeks. However, the company obviously, or the shareholders, surely happy today, and the markets are happy today, as we can see that that we are finding something that is helping the economy to get back on track. Now, don't forget, we are still on very high valuations considering the upcoming Q2, which will show us a little bit of a more structured picture how the overall health situation impacted our economy. And some companies just got to work the last couple of days, so that means that the first 1.5 months of the Q2 they really lost, and this will be having a huge impact obviously. So we shall see how this further develop. There is a couple of other companies obviously as well that are working on some vaccine candidates, but Moderna is a very experienced companies. They have like eight or 9 vaccines so far developed over the last couple of years, and none of them had any big negative effect on the overall situations of clients and or patients, right? So I'm very curious how the distribution will work, because I'm sure there's many people out there, they would pay a lot of money to get a vaccine, and I think that it's very important to see now what will be the outcome and distribution plan of this, right? Because you can see that these companies are really getting a lot of requirements and demand for this product, and obviously, but the fair distribution for everybody in the world, and think about it, right? They just can produce 1 billion pieces by next year, if we are lucky. Okay, so that's way underperforming the overall situation. So there's still a long way, guys, to be back in the markets, but I think that this news is really huge, guys. And this is obviously moving the markets. Therefore, you saw it here first. Obviously, a like if you like it so far, and this format is exactly made for that, to see this kind of news here first, and you will be informed why the market is going up. And therefore, thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned. And if you're not subscribed yet, maybe that's the perfect chance to do so.